Okay, so I think today we can conclude on what we were looking at. So we covered the Uchchedavada. Okay. Now we come to the last section, how one will start seeing in a very different way because he learns how to do jhana. Okay. The first rule, the first thing what a person gets into is that if a person gets 5 sensual stimulation, so the self will be satisfied and it will go away. And if I get what whatever I'm seeing, it's as per my liking, whatever I'm hearing is as per my liking, whatever I'm tasting is as per my liking, whatever I'm touching is as per my liking, like that, then the 5, Itta, Kanta, Manapa, Kam, Upasamhita, Priya, Rupa, Rajaniya, the 6 of them in 5 makes me feel that once I am happy, you see, I'm coming again and again to this world because I'm not getting what I want. What if I were to get all that I want all the time? Then the self is satisfied. Padmavati, again you started presenting. Okay, so once I'm satisfied as a Brahma, let's say Brahma gets whatever he wants. Now I am in human life. I don't get whatever I want. What if I'm able to remember all of my past life and then I'm satisfied because I got everything. I got a good family, I got a good children, good wife, good house, good car or whatever, and good place to stay, and everything is good or rather excellent. There's nothing more to it. So then there's extinguishment. We are unhappy because we are not getting what we want. Isn't it true? Anyone would like to argue? And you need to also understand, why are you running towards Buddha Dhamma? Because that also comes under that. Why do you want to go there? Nobody wants to answer?
I don't understand. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, Bobby, go ahead.
I think I agree that we have some liking. That's why we come back again and again, because we are searching for that liking, and I think we want something higher. That's why we are looking for even Buddha Dhamma. We are looking for something higher.
Yes,
We are
so
not satisfied. We are not satisfied yet.
we want sukha. Yep, Padmavati, go ahead.
Namo Buddhaya, sir. To reach Nibbana.
No, Nibbana, you leave it. You don't get it in a shop. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
at present, why are we behind Buddha Dhamma? That's the question.
To reach a higher stage.
That means we have desire.
Yes, sir.
What if you
Definitely.
get that? What if you get that? What will happen?
Satisfaction we will get.
To whom?
Peace of mind we will get.
No, to whom?
To ourselves.
There is self, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. That's all I wanted.
Yes, sir.
So who is in Nibbana? Myself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you are going a totally opposite direction of Buddha Dhamma.
Because I'm using self.
Yes, because you're going to lose the self, but you want the self to have that enjoyment.
Yes, sir.
So basically, what we need to know is, as long there is self, myself,
Yes.
there is going to be misery. Okay. Now,
Yes.
one thing we need to understand is, what if you get everything you want? You ask and you get it. Good health, yes, you have. Good wealth, you have. Good children, you have. Good husband, you have. Good wife, you have. And good sister, brothers, you have. Good parents, you have. Good place to stay, you have. Good place means no dirt, not even a speck of dirt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you want a presidential palace, you have. And if you
Yes, sir.
come, 100 people will serve you. You come out.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have that, will the self get exhausted?
Contentment I have got. So definitely, sir.
What happens? Definitely, what will happen?
There is no end for that.
No, there is see, now let us say, if you are getting all of this in this life, will
Yes,
the
sir.
self get extinguished during death? Because now you don't have anything. You don't want anything. There's no further want.
Okay.
Then what happens?
No desire, no want means I'll get tranquility or peace of mind.
No,
Yes, sir.
at death, what is going to happen, Padmavati? Let's say now you are anyway aged, so you're dying. So let's say
Yes,
you are
sir.
dying. I mean, I'm not going to die. So you are dying. So then you are in the line, basically. So now let's say you have everything.
We leave everything and go.
No, I mean, no, that's not a question, Padmavati. Will the self get extinguished?
No,
Okay, fine.
no.
And then what happens?
It continues, no, sir.
How?
After death.
How it will continue? If you are satisfied, if you are contented, if
Yes,
you
sir.
got whatever you wanted, how
Yes,
it will
sir.
continue? There should be something to continue, right?
Yes, sir.
Then how will it continue?
The Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam, this is not.
No, Padmavati. Now, if you get everything, why you should again come back?
Kamma will be there, sir. Previous Kamma and
What karma? See, you got everything. Now you are not asking for anything.
in this life I have got. But
Then
next it will continue, no, to reach that, fulfill our.
okay, I don't think
Ma.
so. You understood. See, you require fuel for existence.
Yes, sir.
Now all the fuel is exhausted.
Okay.
If you are contented, all the fuel is exhausted. If you are discontented, then you require another life. Let's say you didn't have a good husband, so now you want a good husband. You didn't have a good children, so you want a good children. You didn't have good money, so you want good money. You want a good job. You wanted a good job. You didn't get a good job. You didn't have money or this or wealth or whatever. Or you were born in a country which you didn't want it to be born, and now you want to be born in another country which is far better. These are the fuel.
Okay.
Let's say you don't have any fuel.
Okay.
Will the self get extinguished at death is my question. If you don't know, you can say, I don't know. But if you know, you can say, yeah, I know, and this is why I know that this will end. But if you say it will continue, then what is there to continue?
Nothing.
And then how it can continue is my question. See, you had 100 rupees in your bank account. You have erased out all 100, right?
Yes, sir.
And then how will you again come back if you don't have anything?
nothing is there in the account.
So how will you come back is my question. Think it over. Now I will
Okay.
ask Mangala. She has anyway wanted to talk. So by the time you can think.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Mangala ji.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, in this life, I would, I mean, nothing. The contentment is a very relative term. So I will force myself to be content with whatever I have, and then strive towards the fuel. Completing the fuel, uh, completing my contentment.
No, there's
Um,
nothing called completing any contentment. See, tell me 10 things you want in life right now. What do you want?
no material things. Material things are all satisfied. My, I mean, the only thing I would like is a little bit of fame after doing something for the people, for community and for the people I love. That is all going to be incomplete. That is going to be a bottomless pit. It will never complete.
Why? Let us say you get everything today. You wanted
Mm.
name and fame, you got it. You wanted money, you got it. You got a house. You got everything. Basically, there's nothing left to
So
get.
some things are going to be depend on what others want from me.
No, no, others
So
will want 100 things from you, but all that you wanted is satisfied. If you were to sit and see, there is nothing in this world where you are not satisfied with. You got everything.
once I have got everything, sir, the body which is going to judge me is a different body. It's a celestial body which will say whether I have done well or not.
Nothing like
So
that, right? See, now if you are having, if you get everything, Mangala, just like I was informing Padmavati, the fuel is exhausted. So, but the question is, will the self get extinguished at death?
uh, self is, I mean, according to our theory, self never gets extinguished. No, it just changes from one
No,
form
for
to
that it requires some fuel. I think you all are missing the point. You require something to continue. If you don't have anything to continue, how will you continue? Is my question.
is that the time when one should think about getting, I mean, one does get Nibbana?
Forget about that. See, Nibbana is again another source of happiness, right?
Yeah.
So you got all of that. Let's understand that you even got Nibbana.
So your question is, I mean, we are not understanding your question. You'll have to
Mangala,
tell us the answer.
no,
So,
Mangala is like
ji,
this. What's the question? Whatever you expected in life, in this life, you got it. Now the question is, if you get everything in life, there's nothing more to be got, will the self, yourself, will get extinguished at death? You can answer yes. And if yes, how? If you answer no, there is no need for me to ask any further question. If you say I don't know, also is okay. But think, if you get everything in life, will the self get extinguished or not? That's all I'm asking.
no, I don't think the self will get extinguished.
Okay.
Because
On what grounds?
because uh, because we are our horizon, I think, keeps increasing with every time we get something. We want more. We are human beings, so I don't think it will get extinguished.
No, I think you're missing the point. All that you ask, like a genie, you keep on asking, it keeps on giving, and then you get tired and say, okay, that's it. Thank you.
Sir, but we have been shown the infinite. Uh, we are, I mean, we know so much. We are sentient being. So, does anybody reach that stage? That is what I was saying. That our horizon keeps increasing. And I mean, I've actually missed out on your question. I mean, I've not understood your question.
No, it's very simple, Mangala. See, let's take you had 100,000 US dollars or 10 million US dollar in your account. Okay, you're
Yes, sir.
happy. You're perfectly happy. There's nothing more you require. You wanted 10 million, you have 10 million. You had wanted a good family, you have a good family. You wanted a good house, you have a good house. You wanted some few cars of your brand, that also is there. Then you wanted good health, you have good health. You wanted to stay in a place which is not crowded, not too many people, but calm, serene, with lake being there and this and that, whatever you wanted. The most favorite place where you think you wanted to stay, and that is also granted. You are the owner of that property. Okay. Didn't wanted any quarrel with anyone, no quarrels with anyone. Okay. And all your children have to serve you, serving you. Everything is good. Absolutely. You ask it, you get it. Now the question: will the self extinguish at death?
Difficult, sir. Difficult.
Okay, leave it, no problem. We'll ask Bobby. Bobby has been raising hands, so let's see. Bobby, you're on mute.
No, yeah, sorry. I raised my hand so that like I can put. I don't know what you're expecting, but definitely it will finish. It will extinguish, and then whatever the self is not remaining. Self is completely gone, and you are finished. Kadam, close.
Good. At least I enjoy that one line answer. Yes. Okay. Good. Yes, Ashwin, you wanted to say something. Did you understand the question?
Now I understand after the discussion with Padmavati and Mangala and Bobby. So my answer to that, if desire means there are two ways to answer. One is if desire of this life, like if I get 10 millions of US dollar or whatever that, I will have a new desires to start. If I am not reached to the existing, means all the thoughts not finished, or the like not the enlightenment or the Nibbana is not there. So I will start new desires with whatever I got.
Even Nibbana is a desire. You're running in the same ground, exactly the same ground. Only thing we were thinking we are on a different ground.
So what? So means in indirectly there will be no rebirth.
Not indirectly. This is
That,
another way of Ditteva Dhamma. So then we'll have to see what does Buddha say about it. This is Ditta Dhamma Nibbana Vada. That is what we are covering. The section what we are covering, Ditteva Dhamma means what? Extinguishment. Nibbana. You got Nibbana. See, you got everything taken care. See, people are putting effort. Even for Nibbana, you have to put effort. None of us can say we are not going to put any effort. We are putting effort. Whether you're working, you're not working, either become a bhikkhu or didn't become a bhikkhu, or you are following this tradition, this ideology, that ideology. Ultimately, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get the happiness, which is sukha. And Nibbana is the Paramam Sukha. So the first question, please understand, if you get everything in your life, Kama Sukha is completely exhausted. There's nothing much can be done. Will the self get, like, we'll take example, okay? Osho. from sex to spirituality. A perfect book. You exhaust everything. There's no desire left. Desirelessness. See, the more a person holds on or restricts the desire, it multiplies. That's the fact. Now you indulge so much that you get bored of it. It's done. It's like eating 100 sweets, different kind of sweet, until you vomit and you feel no more, no longer I can have this. No longer I want any holidays, no vacation. I've seen the entire world. There's nothing in here for me. So I see the Shunya Bhumi, emptiness or vacancy or voidness. And Nibbana is being void. Then the question comes, will the self, which I am holding all this long, will get extinguished at death? Like same word is used by Buddha, the Vijnana gets extinguished at death. Not much of a difference. My question to all of you is to think, just don't answer for the heck of answering. Like what Bobby said is right. It get extinguished. If you get everything, now we might argue we will not get everything. No. It's if you get everything from sex to spirituality, you get everything. Everything means everything. There's nothing which is missed out. You had a royal life. Like how Osho created Rajnishpuram, had 100 Rolls Royce cars. He had a awesome life. It went to an extent that even the president of the United States didn't have so much of cars as much as he. Then the question comes, not finish, attain final liberation at death, because there's no desire left. Same thing with so many saints like Mahesh Yogi, another noted figure in US, Deepak Chopra, and Eckhart Tolle. All of them have got everything in life. There's nothing left. So Eckhart Tolle, if you take, he doesn't have any desire now. He's desireless. Will the self of Eckhart Tolle will extinguish at death? That's a question. Practical. Think. And that's the reason it says Dittha Dhamma Nibbana Vada. And Saturday I did not take this up. If you just read this DN1 and finish it in hardly half an hour, just going through it, to reflect upon what is he saying. I'm not even moved to the next one. Can answer. Let's see. Think. If you want more time, you can take time. Or we can stop here and we can meet tomorrow. Think it over. There's no urgency. You can reflect upon this for the whole day. See, you can take anyone. Ramsha Paramahamsa. He was on bhakti, path of bhakti, self-surrender. Wouldn't his self get extinguished at death? Because he is only on Kali. Nobody else. So he put all his desires on Kali. That's it. So if you are able to get a complete satisfaction of the five senses, complete satisfaction, and that's it. There's nothing more to it because your senses no longer aspire anything. See, why are we going around? Because the senses are not in a position to get what they want. What if they get what they want? Now we might argue there is no satisfaction. Who is not having satisfaction? The five senses will never have anything called a satisfaction because without you, there is nothing called satisfaction or dissatisfaction. You are dissatisfied. Eyes is just an instrument. How will an instrument get satisfied? How? Will the ear be satisfied or dissatisfied? No, has got nothing to do with it. That's the reason to Bahya Buddha said, Dhite Dhite Mattam. When seeing, just seeing. Why? Just seeing. You can't blame the eye. Eye is seeing that. No. Ear is hearing that. No, sorry. You are allowing it. There's a you there is allowing it, right? Otherwise, it makes absurd sense to Bahya. Dhite Dhite Mattam, Sute Sute Mattam, Mute Mute Mattam, Vinyate Vinyate Mattam. Who is there? If eyes were to run behind someone, and who is there to control them? Right? There should be someone, right? Someone to control it. And when we use this word Sakshi Bhava, witness, who is witnessing? If eye were to witness itself, ear were to witness itself, nose were to witness itself, tongue were to witness itself, then the body were to witness itself, and the mind were to witness itself, then for whom this, who is in bondage then? Who is in liberation? Think. So there should be something. We're not talking about permanent, impermanent. We're talking about is, when we say it exists or doesn't exist, what exists and what doesn't exist. If you say nothing exists, that's done. And when the death comes, eyes will die, ear will die, nose will die, tongue will die, body will die, mind will die, over. Uchchedavada. Sasattavada. Meaning, it's eternal, somebody will take care. So some God will come and say, okay, Vilas, now you were Vilas in your past life and now I'll give you another life, go and be there. What if, like Osho, from sex to spirituality, he completed it, not even a thing left. So will the self not get extinguished at death? Like Jiddu Krishnamurti, same, but in a different way of dealing with it. But yes, Ramana Maharshi and many other people, they get extinguished. Why? Why do you say they don't get extinguished? And if you think they don't get extinguished, I need to know the reason why. What's your logic on that? Just don't say they will not. No. You have a proper logic, proper understanding. No idea? Yes, Padmavati. You wait. Let me finish with her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Can I tell, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
After death, okay, sir, no further life.
That's what
Death
I'm
will
asking you. Will there be a further life?
That's what, sir. Death will become dissolved into the elements.
Who is there in elements, madam? See, elements the body.
body.
Irrespective whether he gets satisfied, dissatisfied, no, whatever it is, it will go back to element.
Yes, sir.
Now, coming to the mind, it is chitta. My question here, there is a consciousness, yes or no?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yes, there. What is consciousness?
Consciousness, first conscious, subconscious. That
No,
you
no, you
think,
leave that. I want to know the word consciousness.
okay.
Okay, to not to extend this further,
Yes, sir.
consciousness means that which knows. I've been telling this for long now. That which knows.
Awareness.
Are you teaching your eyes what to see?
No, sir.
Can you make eyes eat?
No, sir.
Why? Try it, no. Make it eat. Do one thing, Padmavati,
Yes,
take a masala dosa and put in the ear, let it eat.
yes, sir.
Try, no?
But it includes Vijnana, then Chitta, that
No.
one.
Please understand. The ear consciousness knows that it can only hear. It can't
Yes,
taste.
yes. Like that, it's also.
So, masala dosa will enter only the mouth.
Yes, sir.
It will not enter the ear. Because the
Yes,
consciousness knows. The ear consciousness knows it's only for hearing. The
yes,
tongue consciousness knows that is only for tasting. The
Thing.
nose consciousness knows that it is only for smelling.
Yes,
Body
sir.
consciousness knows that it is only for touching.
Yes, sir.
The eye consciousness knows it's only for seeing. And the mind consciousness knows it is only for thinking. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, who are you? If this question is asked, you are 5 elements plus consciousness.
Exactly, sir.
Exactly
Yes, sir.
right. Now,
Yes, sir.
through eyes, you got what you wanted. Through ears, you got what you wanted. Tongue, you got what you wanted. Through touch, you got what you wanted. Through nose, that is smell, you got what you wanted. Aren't you happy?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So then, will the self survive after death? That's the question.
Yes, sir. It's difficult to answer.
No problem. Yes, Ariu.
No, I have an answer. I was just hoping everyone can think. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll extinguish.
Okay, fine. So there's no
Because
answer.
no, I don't believe it'll extinguish because it's not true desirelessness.
Done. What if I add the first jhana to it? Does that matter? No? It will not get extinguished? Okay, why?
Because the desire to exist is still there.
In what? If you're already exhausted.
So it wants to keep on existing.
No, if it is exhausted, then where's the question of keep on existing?
I did not agree it'll exhaust.
Okay. So then you are not saying that there's no Nibbana. There's no thing called Nibbana.
It's not a thing to acquire.
No, it's not like that. Let's say you get into the first jhana. You let go of the sensuality, 5 senses. So the self, instead of picking up these 5 strands, has picked up the first jhana. It's far more superior. So does it want to come out of it? It's satisfied.
Yeah, but it's not extinguished.
Why?
Because
What is missing there is my question. There should
missing
be
is
something missing. Yes, Bobby.
It is liking that pleasure what the self is liking that pleasure what he enjoys in the first jhana, but it is still conditioned.
Conditioned by what?
Conditioned of your your jhana pachaya, like your meditation, you are focusing your mind, all these jhana factors are there. It is conditioned because of that. So
Okay.
this is so that when it goes into that state of mind also, it is the mind is maybe the consciousness is catching on to that pleasure enjoyed in that meditative happiness.
Sure. So what he's saying here in that sutta, to get into the first jhana, that person, like the Buddha, is able to see anicca dukkha viparinama dhamma, and hence he is gone into the first jhana. He's exactly doing that. If you read the sutta, he's exactly doing that. Please go through the sutta. So now I want you to explain to me why. He says, Kama hi vo anicca dukkha viparinama dhamma tesam viparinama viparinamanyata bhava upajjanti soka parideva dukkha do manasupayasa. Because of that, I am letting go of kama sukha. It doesn't say anywhere that you can't exhaust the senses. It says it's anicca dukkha viparinama dhamma. Can go otherwise. Hence, I am not going towards. Exactly what Buddha says. Word to word is same.
I think here he says, like only the sensual pleasures are impermanent, not the jhanic what pleasure what he is getting in that meditative happiness. Sensual pleasures. So what here what I understood is that whatever pleasure he is getting from the jhana, that he couldn't comprehend as changing, Vibri Namadhamma and Anicca, Dukkha. He cannot see that because he thinks that maybe that is permanent.
No, he is seeing that the first jhana is fading away. So the second person says that I don't deny what you're saying, but second jhana.
The second jhana also the same thing happens in second jhana. So he thinks that the first jhana things are changing, but the second jhana he might be thinking that it is permanent.
So then the third and fourth. And what is the difference between Samma Samadhi, which is 4 jhana, versus what these people are doing?
Samma jhana, this understanding of that change is not there wherever he goes, that change and not self, that view is not there. Because he just whatever he attained before, like for example, somebody might have attained the third jhana with the understanding that this is changing. But when he goes into the fourth jhana, he might think that this is something permanent. He think that this is not changing. So this is something what he was looking for.
Agreed. So how different it is from the 4 jhanas what Buddha is explaining?
Yeah, that that understanding of anicca, dukkha, anatta is not there when
No,
he
there is
goes
no
into
anatta at all. In any one of these jhana, there's nothing called anatta.
yeah. So okay, so and maybe anicca, and
No, anicca dukkha viparinama dhammo.
yeah.
Okay,
So
now he gets into the fourth jhana. And Buddha says without the fourth jhana, there is no extinguishment. Even if you look at Samanya Pada Sutta or you take any sutta, he talks about, if somebody asks, what is Samma Samadhi? He says the fourth jhana. It's exactly what he's doing. This person is doing the same thing. He's exactly doing the same thing. And why do you disagree with it? What's the change?
for jhana, that what's that? Buddha always uses that word, that like awareness, sati sampajanyo. Is that thing is there in the fourth
Yeah,
jhana?
without which Bobby, he can't enter into the fourth jhana. It is not possible. You see there what he says. He says, Yato kho bho ayam atta pitiya cha viraga upekho cha viharati sato cha sampajanyo sukhancha kayena patisamvediti yam tam arya a tikkachanti upekho satima sukha viharati tatiyam jhanam upasampajya viharati yattavata kobho ayam atta paramaditti dhamma nibbanam patto hoti iti. And after that, the fourth one he says, Yato kobho ayam atta sukhasya cha pahana dukkhasya cha pahana pupeva domanasanam attangama adukka sukham upekha sati parisuddham chatuttam jhanam upasampajya viharati yattavata kobho ayam atta paramadittha dhamma nibbanam pato hoti iti. Same words, everything is same between what this person is saying and what Buddha is saying. Word to word is same.
Still, he is not extinguished. That's what he's saying. He is not extinguished.
Yeah, on what basis? How?
I think you need to explain that.
Okay.
I think Aryu has some answers.
Yes, Aryu, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the difference here was explained in the Maha Dukkha Kanda Sutta, right? Where Buddha said even these are anicca dukkha viparinama. Or where
Yes,
these
correct. So then my question to you, Aryu, is then why does he say Samma Samadhi means four jhanas? If it is Viparinama, then there's nothing called Samma Samadhi.
Yeah, because in that you do vipassana, anupassana to release, to get rid of the self, the experiencer.
Okay, somewhat right, but then quite right. You got to go deeper. So let's not go further. Stop there.
Is it a right view? Is there right view, samadhi?
To go through it. That's the assignment. I don't want to answer. The basic thing I'm not answering is I can answer, but you will never get. I want all of you to put an effort. Understand what is the difference. In what way it is different. Yes, sir, you go ahead. Had a question.
I mean, I thought I gave an answer earlier.
No,
You
it's partial answer. It's not.
So the desire to exist does not go away because it's satisfied.
No. It's not like that, Ari. Please, you please understand this. The question being asked is, will the self get extinguished if it is giving up Kamasukha? Will the self get extinguished if it gives up on first chart, and the second chart, and third chart, the fourth chart? Yes.
Yeah, and my answer was no, because it has not given up on the desire to exist.
It's beyond the point. There's no self. The question you're not able to understand, Ariyu. will the self, again, please listen to it properly, will the self get extinguished at death? And I don't know what is wrong with that question. Where is the question of existence?
The self is existing, right? The self is the one that's existing.
I don't understand this. Buddha talks about four jhanas. They are also talking about four jhanas. They are asking a simple question. Will not the self get extinguished at death? And that's it. And if you say no, you should have a proper foundation for that. On what basis are you saying that?
So in what way is the answer not correct?
I'm saying it's partial. It's not even a partial thing what you're saying. I can just think that you're giving a partial correct answer, but it's not. Absolutely not. So why don't you do some homework? Why don't you do some homework and come? I don't have any urgency to complete it today. Do some homework. Think it over. This is nothing like, I say something, you say something, and then, okay, this might be the reason and we end it. No, this is a very deep dhamma. That's the reason I was telling. This is the depth of it. It tests your ability on Buddha Dhamma. Otherwise, what's the point in going through the Dhamma? It's of no use.
Okay, yeah, I want to understand in...
No, Harry, you have already answered whatever you thought. I can answer, but it makes no sense. I can give you the answer. I can give everyone the answer. And that's the reason I'm again and again asking this question. Will the self get extinguished at death? And if you say yes, I need an answer. If you say no, I need an answer. Okay? Wait, Harry, I need a proper justification through the Dhamma that this is the cause, this is the condition, this is how self comes to be, this is how the self not comes to be. And in this, people who are saying this is what is missing. Yes, go ahead.
I mean, when the self is, blissing out in the first jhana, let's say, the consciousness is established on the first jhana. It's experiencing the first jhana.
Even in Buddha Dhamma, that is how it is, my dear friend. Then you go to Arupa Jhana. It's established in Arupa Jhana.
Yeah. So the question is, why would it at death it extinguish?
Now you go and fight with Buddha in that Samanya Pala Sutta, no? That fellow says only 4 jhanas. Why not taken the other 4? He's saying that in the 4 jhana you get extinguished. That's there in Samanya Pala Sutta. How are you accepting to that? And why you don't accept here that those poor people are doing the same thing?
Because in his Dhamma, he gives up the experiencer in that.
Here also, he's saying the same thing. He's saying, after I'm exhausted or after I'm satisfied, will the self not end at death? And that's exactly what this whole Dhamma is all about. You get it now. You are happy now. You are in Nibbana. If you are in Nibbana, then after death it is Parinibbana. After Nibbana, what will happen? It get extinguished.
But this atta upadana will still be there.
How on the ground? Which ground? Where is he putting that? You please read it properly. Where is he putting it that atta? He is asking this question. Will not the atta get extinguished?
Answer is the atta upadana still there in that state where he...
What is your basis? See, you can't be biased on Buddha Dhamma. No, sorry. In this question, you can't be biased on Buddha Dhamma just because you want to prove Buddha Dhamma is right. It's about Dhamma. It's not about Buddha Dhamma. I need an answer like this. This is the cause. This is the condition. This is reason why self you exist, or the self you get extinguished. And this is what is there in the Dhamma, and this is what is missing here. And then it makes sense. Just because we have understood something on Buddha Dhamma, we can't be holding on to that upadana and saying that this is wrong. No.
Yeah, but there's still the tanha, right? He still have.
Are you in those statements? Do you find anything like that? Come on. You please read this and read all the sutta where Buddha explains on jhana. It exactly says the same. I'm again saying word to word is the same. Right? You take this as an example. The fourth jhana. Ayam atta sukhasya cha pahana dukkasya cha pahana pubbeva so manasa do manasanam attangama adukkama sukham upekka sati parisuddham chatuttam jhanam upasampajya viharati yattavata kobho ayam atta paramaditta dhamma nibbanam patto hoti iti. What mistake this poor guy has done? Or rather, what did he miss where Aryu as a Buddhist is explaining that this is something upadana, some tanaha would remain, some atta would remain. He's saying, look, I've done like this. So tell me, am I not right?
I mean, there's a feeling, right? He having a feeling of, with the feeling there's craving. With the craving there's
Show me anything called Vedana there.
He's cognizing the fourth jhana.
You mean to say in the Buddha Dhamma you will not cognize the fourth jhana? Come on, Aryu, this is too much. It's too much, I'm telling you. You're just trying to prove something right just because it is right. No, you should have a proper reasoning. What's the cause? Give me the origin. What's the origin of this? What's the cause? What's the condition? I need these two. You just can't say something. Don't take me wrong, but that's not right. Just to prove something, you just can't say something. What mistake has he done? Where is Vedana there, my dear friend? Has he spoken anything on Vedana? Is he speaking anything on Tanha?
And you're saying the question did not, because it's a question from someone who does not understand not
no
from
way. Come on, don't take lightly of these people, I'm telling you. You don't know who these people are. So don't take things lightly. They have done so much that they have gone into that kind of experience. None of us have that experience. Not even a glimpse of what they have experienced.
But they have not experienced the ending of self, but they're speculating the self will extinguish.
That's separate. Buddha is there to tell them what is there and what is not there. But have we experienced it? Have we seen everything? Have we seen all the eons? Or like those 40 eons, what they have seen? We have not even seen one past life. Forget about 40 eons. We have no right to talk lightly of anyone. If they have done, we have not done. We are just blabbering things just because we have read something here. Have you ever experienced jhana? Have you seen the fourth jhana? What it brings in? Then you decide. Then you say, yes, this is the cause. This is the condition. This is what I have experienced, and this is what is missing. We can't just say whatever comes in our mind and say that, okay, this is how it is, and that is how it is. Yes, Saryu, go ahead.
If our answer has to be based on exactly we've experienced what they have,
you should know, right?
None of us can give an answer. Maybe you can, but none of us would be able to give a proper answer.
No, it's not like that. You see, there's a logic also, right? See, the question is logical. The question is not only relating to the experience. Yes, I understand. Maybe you are not experienced, agreed. but there's some logic in that. You can use the logic. There's reasoning there. Then we can see, oh, you know what? He has reached till here. And Buddha talks about here, the gap between A and B is this much. And then you get convinced that why am I following Buddha Dhamma? Otherwise, we will just be speculating, like what Padmavati was explaining, or what even Mangala was explaining. It makes no sense. Yes, Bobby.
I think these people didn't experience that the truth of misery, rising of the misery, cessation of the misery, and
no, Bobby, you are gone on a tangent.
no,
Because
let me, because every sutta I have read, whatever I have read, after this jhana, Buddha says, the knowledge and vision arose, and then they have they are directly seen. This is dukkha. This is the rising of the dukkha. This is cessation, and this is the taints. So that basically that right view and the knowledge of vision, and that didn't arose in them. Maybe this is what I understood from so many suttas.
agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. What I'm asking you, Bobby, is that reflect over. Yep. Reflect over for the whole day. If you want. If you want us not to meet tomorrow, I'm okay with it. For all of us sitting here, take time. No urgency. Nothing is going to happen to us. Nobody is asking us to produce something and we get a reward at the end. Nothing like that. Let us take time. There's no urgency. Think it over on these 5 grounds. First ground, sensuality. If somebody is sensually completed, like Osho, wouldn't it get exhausted? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. If you read his book, Sex to Spirituality, a beautiful one. That's what the first argument is. Then comes the second argument. He says that is also there, that person. But then he says that compared to the first jhana, this is not. Okay, great. So now I understand the first jhana. I enter into the first jhana. Okay. Then I come to the second jhana. Then I come to the third jhana. Then I go to fourth jhana. Yeah. Now, from that standpoint, what's missing? Yes.
Last attempt. And the name and form has not been given up. The name for the first jhana is still there.
Leave it. You're gone. You see, are you relax, man? There's nothing which is going to happen. Take your time. It's no urgency. I'm telling you, just don't give an answer because you have to answer. It's just like an examination, and then it's a 3-hour paper, and you have to write something or say something. This is what you truly understand. Then let's take it. Okay. Why this is wrong? Why it is a wrong view? You're talking about views, right? Why it is a wrong view? Right? And just because Buddha is saying it's a wrong view, and we can't say that it is a wrong view. And Buddha says this is right view, and then we say, yeah, it is right view because I like Buddha, which is itself an upadana. Yes.
Yeah, not to be biased. I'm not trying to be biased, but he's in this description, he's taken the first jhana as name.
Leave it. No, now at least some time back you were making some sense. Now you're gone in something else just because Nama and Rupa he is not penetrated. So now I know where you're going to come and land that. You know what? Nama Rupa Vijnana is not understood. So that's the reason the self will remain. Anyway, don't worry. Yeah, Mangalaji.
Sir, I agree that we are not experienced. But from whatever little experience I have, Einstein has proved that E is equal to 1/2 mc squared. That is, C is the speed of light. And if you go faster than the speed of light, the material changes into energy. So what I feel is we have been made of the five elements plus energy, and it is just interchangeable. That speed. I will myself is an energy, and I am part of the cosmos. And till the cosmos exists, I will exist. And we have never seen the cosmos get destroyed. So I feel that even if I my energy, if it doesn't take rebirth, it will merge into the cosmos. It is indestructible. That is what I have read, and that is what I believe. So is that nearer the truth?
Okay, now if you take first law, second law, third law, fourth law of thermodynamics, okay, matter and energy, how it works, and interchangeability of matter into energy and energy into matter, they seem to be working together, but they don't work together because you have entropy and enthalpy, right?
Yeah.
So then, if we take that kind of equation and that kind of understanding and then come into the physics, right, what we can find out is energy is a constant state. It can never get created, nor it can get destroyed at any point in time. But you, who is having energy and matter, have to let go of the matter, right? If you were to merge with the energy, overall energy, then you have to let go of the individual matter, because anyway it will get destroyed. So one of the view which we just earlier covered is that mind is what stays, and the five elements will have to be given up. That's another view which we covered. Out of 62 views, that was one of the view. So what I suggest, Mangala, also you to do is just reflect upon this. We are in a stage of understanding what is Nibbana. It's
Very
a
true.
it's a good place to be,
Yes.
understand for ourselves what is Nibbana. So let's take time,
Yes. Yes. Very true. Very true.
because we have misunderstanding on Nibbana also.
Okay.
In
Right.
this present, as we speak, we have been using the word Nibbana, this, that, and so many. We have attended different people courses, discourses on YouTube and this and that. So we have our own
Yes.
perception,
Understood.
understanding and perception of Nibbana. It's a good place to be. Actually, there's a five grounds what he talking about. Okay, so we can take some break and say that, you know what, let me think it over, completely think it. What's the cause, the
Right.
condition, and then what is that makes Nibbana possible, and what is missing in this, and how does Buddha takes care of it? And meaning the gap between what these people are saying and the what Buddha is saying. What's the gap? If we know the gap, then it not only gives us confidence, it also makes us aware of how to attain Nibbana. Yeah, Aryu.
I mean, if you take the book answer, right, it's given in MN1. It's given in Mulapariyaya Sutta. It says it's taking us.
Mula Pariyaya, when we take, it's a different one. Goes even deeper than what we are talking today. We are going to go to all the 24. There it is Manyana. That key word, Manyana. There's no English equivalent to Manyana. It's there in Hindi. Manyana in Hindi is Manana, to consider. That's the nearest English word. To accept, to consider. So basically, let's take a break here. Get over. It can be tomorrow. If you want a break tomorrow, I'm 100% okay. I'll be more than happy. Give you a 1 day off to think. Just keep on reflecting. It helps you. It helps me. It helps. Just don't rush. There's no rush. We are not writing an exam. We don't have to be intellectual at all. Because what is he using here? It says, Ditta Dhamma Nibbana Vada. If you don't understand this, then you will not understand the next one. Atta Loka Panyativat. It's beyond our understanding from then onwards, because the worst thing about it is after some time there is no English translation also, because he starts with Passa Pachaya Vara, then it comes to Netam Thana Thanam Vijjati Vara, then Ditti Ghatika Dhittana Pattaka Pattakata Vivattakathadi. That's it. And you see there, Netam Thanam Vijjati Vara. No English translation is there. Now that whole paragraphs can be just skipped. And don't rely on me. Okay, Vilas is there. Anyway, he will be explaining word by word. So why I should do anything about it? No. So that's the reason I'm giving a break here for these 5. Because we have heard about it. We have known about it. There are a lot of suttas which Buddha talks about the this one. This sutta he talks about. Let me tell you that sutta. SN 36.19 Panchakanga Sutta. Read that sutta. It talks about all, meaning from the sensuality to first jhana, second jhana to third jhana to fourth jhana to fifth jhana, sixth jhana to seventh jhana to eighth jhana. And in this sutta, there's a beautiful argument between Upali and another bhikkhu, where they say that Buddha has explained 2 Vedana, and he says Buddha has explained 3 Vedana.
Is it SN 36.4?
19. Okay. So I will set the foundation for you on that sutta. Is that the 2 disciples of Buddha, they keep on arguing, and then they come to Ananda, and then Ananda says, let me take it to the Buddha. And Buddha says, yeah, their fight is acceptable because I have told in many ways, that is 2, in many ways I have told 3, in my other discourses I have told 3, and in other discourses I have spoken about 6, and in other discourse I have spoken about 18, another discourses I have spoken about 36, another discourse I have spoken about 108. So I have confused enough on this, so I understand their confusion. But I would like to place on record how you should understand. So then the sutta starts with, if somebody were to come to me, say that there is no happiness in sensuality, I will not agree with that. There is happiness in sensuality. It starts with. then if somebody says that's the ultimate happiness, I will not agree with that, because there is a better happiness than sensuality. And then he talks about the first jhana, the second jhana. Refer back to those words, particular words, and compare that with what we are talking on this one. You will not find difference. Now I need you to see why and how that one is different than what they are saying here. Okay. If you are able to find the difference, excellent. If you can't find a difference, don't worry. I will help you. Got the point? But do some groundwork. Don't just take it. And don't just read that sutta also, SN 36.19. I've done it. No. I need you to really see what is he saying, why is he saying, right? For you. I can give an answer, but it's not a place to just keep on explaining and giving an answer, explaining, giving an answer. Makes no sense to you, doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because you will remain as confused as you were before. Or you will think that I have understood it, and the answer might not be true. Both the DN1, MN1, we need to do a lot of, what I can say, deep investigation within ourselves. Have I really picked it up? What's the difference? And that will give you the saddha or shraddha in, or faith in Buddha Dhamma. Because you've seen it, there's a gap between what others say and this, what Buddha says, this is the gap. And you've seen it for yourself, the gap. That is how we need to build ourselves. It's not, Ariu, what you're saying is thoroughly wrong, or I want to shut you down, or anything like that. That's not my intention. That's not my intention even with Bobby or with Padmavati or Mangala or anyone. Let's take time. What's the big deal? What are we going to achieve by just answering? I've already given you sufficient time to answer. Now it will become like, oh, tell me where I missed it, and then I'll tell you here you missed. Okay. That doesn't help. You have to pursue. Then you will get that wow effect. I want you to have that awakening moment than just the theoretical. And that's the reason I stopped. That's the reason I said it will take good amount of days and weeks, because it's deep Dhamma. Yes, are you?
Can't help but that's one bit, because these jhana are sankata dhatu. Sankata dhatu.
Please, my dear friend, leave it. You're doing every effort to convince me, Sankata, Asankata, all that I know. All that what you're speaking, I know. And we will be having a lot of these debates when I'm there with you physically also. Hold it. Okay? But take time. What's wrong in taking time, Ariu? I don't understand. Take time. Because if you are so restless, this is Dhamma. It doesn't come like what we do in software coding or whatever it is. No. It takes time. It's just have to leave it and say that, yeah, let me investigate. What's wrong? What's the urgency? You tell me that. We come to a stage of Nibbana. You know that? This what we are section we are talking is on Nibbana. It can't be so light. And only one who has experienced Nibbana can know the difference. Agreed. Till you can have logical argument Logically, what's the difference between the Buddha Dhamma, this experience? Yeah. And then it becomes easy for you to understand, this is the reason why it is called a complete ending of defilement. This is the reason why it is said that it's not complete ending of defilement. And then you will realize that why Alara Kalama was right and why Alara Kalama was wrong. Why Uddaka Ramaputta was right and why Uddaka Ramaputta was wrong. You know what has happened, Riu? We have treated all these people as something trash, They just came from some dustbin and then just throw them there. Alara Kalama, the amount of effort he has put. It's not a standard recipe. And none of these guys whom we are talking here in this sutta are small timers. They are Samana and Brahmana. Are we Samana? The first place. Just think. Are we putting effort? Samana means one who puts consistent effort. We are supposed to be working 18 hours a day on this. Tell me, are you doing it? Are you doing 8 hours at least? If not 8, 4 hours at least. If not 4, 2 hours at least. Doesn't bring anything if we are working less than 18 hours. And these people are working more than 20 plus dedicated, right? And they want to come out of suffering. That's why the reason so we can't take none of them lightly. But to be filled with gratitude to them because they have done so much. Then the Buddha, and that's the reason Aryu and for Bobby also, whoever came into Buddha's dispensation at that point in time, since they had worked out so much, they were able to understand and like this and continue. We have not been working in that way. Let's be honest. And it's not right on our part to take people very lightly. No. We are nowhere near Alara Kalama, to be honest. Nowhere. It's just dust. And Uddaka Ramaputta, actual name is Uddalaka Maharshi. To get to his level, no joke. It's no joke, I'm telling you. That person was able to be in that state for an extremely long time. And that is what Buddha learned. And hence we can't take Buddha also lightly because he could see, he could penetrate, he could see what's the defect in that. We have no idea of it. So let's not get biased. Let's not feel great or let's not condemn. Okay, they've done it. Read this, understand this, are the views, what you get. True. Anybody will get the view. There's nothing wrong in getting a view. See, a person with 10 eons, 40 eons, he will get a view because he's seeing all his past life for 10 eons. So what's wrong in saying that there is self? Nothing wrong. Only Buddha can see. Fine. And hence, so many people came to Buddha and they argued with him. And he explained to them a way they could understand. And they were able to let go of that view because they had seen it. They seen that there is still dukkha. They understood the dukkha. They let it go. They were attached to that view. So gave up the. So we need to see it like that. And we are holding on to another view now. That what Buddha says is right and what everybody says is wrong. No, that's another view. That's another harmful view. I'm not saying what Buddha is saying is wrong, but we should know What others say very tense and what Buddha says very tense, and the gap between this and that. Like if somebody were to argue me on Vedanta, I can exactly say where it ends, and I can say where Buddha ends, and the gap between the Vedanta and the Buddha Dhamma. That makes easy for me not to condemn Vedanta. Getting into non-dual is not easy, but you have seen it, and there's a gap, little gap is seen. So you fill up the gap. Like that, we need to work out. Nothing wrong. You can extend it. Absolutely fair. So tell me, tomorrow shall we take a break and meet up on Wednesday fresh? See what new perspective you bring. Agreeable? Take 1 day break. If you can't do anything today, let's not meet. Let's take another day. Just push it by one other day. We'll meet day after tomorrow. Take time. If you are not ready day after tomorrow, we'll not meet. We'll not meet again on Wednesday. We'll push it till you are convinced that you can and you have understood. Then we meet. Meeting for the sake of meeting, talking for the sake of talking, arguing for the sake of arguing. We need to work out. Not only you, Ariu, not only you, Bobby, I need to also work out in this. Then it makes sense. Fine, so shall we end for today?